Hi, welcome to our electromagnetic theory course. In today's class, we will discuss about one of the most important topic in our electromagnetic theory. The topic is nothing but Maxwell's equations. We have four Maxwell's equations. These Maxwell's equations are nothing but standard Maxwell's equations or else Maxwell's equations for the time varying fields. Basically, we have four equations. These four equations derived from four basic laws. First equation is derived from Gauss law for electricity. Gauss law for electricity. Gauss law for electricity. And second equation, this one, del dot B equal to 0 is derived from Gauss law for magnetism. Gauss law for magnetism. Gauss law for magnetism. And third equation, that is del cross E is equal to minus dou B by dou T is derived from Faraday's law. Faraday's law. And fourth equation, that is del cross H bar is equal to J bar is derived from Ampere's law. Of course, it is modified Ampere's law. Modified Ampere's law. We need to take the modified Ampere's law. First, we will see this one, that is del dot D equal to rho V. This can be proved like this. This is derived from Gauss law for electricity. Already we discussed about the Gauss law for electricity. What is the statement of the Gauss law for electricity? Here we have the statement, that is total magnetic flux. Total magnetic flux through a closed surface. Through a closed surface is equal to charge enclosed by the volume. Charge enclosed by the volume. Once again I am repeating, total magnetic flux, total electric flux through a closed surface is equal to charge enclosed by that volume. Means what? Here it defines relationship between closed surface and volume. Now let us represent psi t in terms of the flux density, that is electric flux in terms of the flux density, that is integral d dot ds. Here it is the flux through a closed surface. That's why we need to take what? Closed surface integral. And here charge enclosed by the volume. Represent this charge in terms of the volume charge density, that is given by integral rho v dv. If you see this one, here I have closed surface, here I have volume. We know that closed surface can define the volume. Okay, or else there exists a relationship between closed surface integral and volume integral by using divergence theorem. Here this node 2 is nothing but what? Integral a dot ds over the closed surface is equal to what? Integral del dot a dv. That means if there exists closed surface integral, we can convert that closed surface integral into volume integral by applying what? Apply divergence theorem. Apply divergence theorem to LHS of this equation. Apply divergence theorem to LHS of this equation. That means what? If I apply divergence theorem to LHS of this equation, this closed surface integral becomes volume integral and vector becomes what? This vector d bar becomes del dot d bar, like that. That is integral a bar dot ds over the closed surface equal to what? Integral del dot a dv. Please see that note 2, and here we have rho v dv. This implies what? Here integrals are equal, that is volume integrals are equal, integrands should be equal. What are the integrands? Here you have del dot d bar is equal to rho v. Hence proved. Clear? So this is about the proof of Maxwell's first equation, that is del dot D equal to rho v, by using Gauss law for electricity. Now next move on to the second one. This can be del dot B is equal to 0 can be proved by using Gauss law for magnetism. Here Gauss law for electricity is for what? Electric flux. Gauss law for magnetism is for what? Magnetic flux. It is electricity, so that's why electric flux. It is magnetism, means what? We need to consider what? Magnetic flux through a closed surface is equal to 0. Okay, now represent this magnetic flux in terms of the magnetic flux density, that is what? Integral b bar dot ds bar. As this one, this is what? Magnetic flux through a closed surface. That's why I need to take what? Closed surface integral of this one. So that's why apply divergence theorem. Again apply divergence theorem. Apply divergence theorem. If I apply divergence theorem to LHS of this equation, if I apply divergence theorem to LHS of this equation, this closed surface integral becomes what? Volume integral. Closed surface defines what? Open volume, and vector becomes what? Divergence of that vector. So basically I applied what? Divergence theorem. Divergence theorem is used to convert closed surface integral into volume integral. From this I can write del dot B bar as 0. Okay, you may have doubt here. This electric flux is non-zero, whereas magnetic flux is 0. Why? In case of the electric flux, the source is for the flux is what? Charge. We have two types of charges, that is positive charge and negative charge. We have two types of electric charges, positive charge and negative charge. Whereas coming to the magnetic flux lines are coming like this. Here you have north pole, this one is south pole. Magnetic field lines are closed in nature, means magnetic field is coming like this. Field line is coming north to south pole like this, and again north to south like this, north to south like this, okay, and here north to south like this, and here north to south like this, okay. You can observe that the starting point is, source point is like this, whereas ending point is like this, okay. But we have the field lines through the magnet like this also, okay, means they are closed in nature, okay. Or else if I cut a magnet like this, that is north and south, if I cut magnet like this, again it is consisting of what? North pole and south pole here, and north pole and south pole, that is like this. That means what? Here we have the monopole, means what? You may have individual charges, that is positive charge or negative charge. We can't separate north pole and south pole for the magnet. If you take a small magnet, it is consisting of what? North pole and south pole. Monopole doesn't exist in case of the magnet. So that's why magnetic flux through a closed surface is equal to 0. Okay. From this you can observe that the source point may be this one and drain point may be this one, but we have the field line across this magnet. That means what? So it is coming like this and going like this. Suppose the effect due to this one is cancelled out, effect due to this one. Clear? So that's why magnetic flux through a closed surface equal to 0, and we proved that del dot B equal to 0. That is from what? Gauss law for magnetism. And coming to the Faraday's law. What is Faraday's law statement? Electromotive force or voltage in a closed circuit, electromotive force or voltage in a closed circuit is equal to what? Decrement of time rate of change of the magnetic flux linkage. This can be written like this. Here V can be written in terms of E like this, that is integral E dot dl. This is what? EMF, induced EMF in a closed circuit, means what? We need to take closed path like this, that is closed line integral, and here minus d by dt. We know that pi can be written as integral B dot ds. From this, pi can be written as what? Magnetic flux in terms of magnetic flux density can be written like this, that is integral B bar dot ds bar. Here you have what? Pi can be written, surface integral of magnetic flux density gives what? Magnetic flux. Here I can write that magnetic flux in terms of the magnetic flux density like this. Of course, it is surface integral. Now, it implies what? Here I have closed line integral. Closed line integral of E is equal to what? Send this term to inside of that integration. Basically, it is what? Space variable, it is time variable. As it is independent variable, this differentiation becomes partial differentiation. That's why this can be written like this, that is dou B bar dot dou B bar by dou T dot ds. ds means what? Dx dy, or else dy dz, or else dz dx. That are distance variables, means space variables. Whereas this one is a time variable. As they are independent, that's why this differentiation becomes a partial differentiation if you send this term to inside of this integration. Basically integration with respect to space variables, but we are trying to send this one to this side, means what? This differentiation becomes the partial differentiation. And here I have closed line integral. Apply this theorem. What is this theorem? Stokes theorem, closed line can define what? Open surface. That's why apply here Stokes theorem. Apply what? Stokes theorem. Apply Stokes theorem. Apply Stokes theorem. If I apply Stokes theorem to LHS, this becomes what? Line integral becomes what? Closed line integral becomes surface integral, and vector becomes curl of that vector, that is del cross E bar dot ds is equal to what? Integral minus dou V bar by dou t dot ds. It implies what? Here integrals are equal, therefore integrand should be equal. That is what? Del cross E is equal to minus dou V bar by dou t, That means what? Time varying magnetic field produces space varying electric field, or else space varying electric field produces time varying magnetic field. So hence proved. This can be proved with the help of what? Faraday's law. Means this Maxwell's equation is derived from Faraday's law. And last one, that is nothing but what? Del cross H equal to J. So it is derived from Ampere's law. What is Ampere's law? Ampere's law states that the line integral of magnetic field intensity, magnetic field intensity is represented by what? H around a closed path. Means what? I need to take closed line integral. The line integral of magnetic field intensity around a closed path is equal to what? Current enclosed by that path. Now represent this. On left hand side we have integral term, on right hand side there is no integration. Please try to write this I in terms of the integral terms. Means what? Let us represent this current in terms of the current density, that is what? Integral J dot ds. That means surface integral of current density gives what? Current. Current. So here I have closed line integral, here I have open surface integral. Means what? This equation means I need to apply what? Stokes theorem. Let us apply what? Apply Stokes theorem to LHS. Means what? If I apply Stokes theorem to LHS, this closed line integral becomes what? A surface integral, because closed line defines a open surface, and this vector becomes what? Curl of that vector. Means what? Del cross H bar dot ds is equal to what? Integral J bar dot ds. Of course it is vector quantity, J bar dot ds. And if you see here, I have surface integral on left hand side, here surface integral on left hand side. Means what? Integrals are equal, therefore integrand should be equal. What are the integrands? On left hand side, integrand is del cross H is equal to J. J means current density. This current density may be due to conduction current Jc and displacement current Jd. So that's why this can be written like this, that is del cross H is equal to J means sigma E, that is the conduction current density, and Jd means displacement current density, that can be written as dou d bar by dou t. So this is the modified Ampere's law. Basically, original Ampere's law tells about this conduction current density. Okay, they ignored this displacement current density. So, but in case of the dielectrics, there exists current due to the time varying field. That current is nothing but a displacement current. In case of the capacitors, okay, these two capacitors means capacitor plates separated by dielectric medium, but there exists a current between these two plates. Means what? Current through the dielectric medium. That current is nothing but what? A displacement current. Or else, how electromagnetic wave is traveling from this place to this place? Because of displacement current. In case of free space, electromagnetic wave is freely traveling because of what? A current called displacement current. So that's why in the absence of this current density, that means conduction current density, there exists current density. That current density is known as what? Displacement current density. That can be known as what? Displacement current density. This is conduction current density, and del cross H is equal to what? Sigma E plus dou d by dou t. So this is all about derivation of our Maxwell's equation. Finally, we derived all Maxwell's equations. First equation is what? Del dot d bar is equal to rho v. Second equation is what? We derived that one as what? Del dot B bar equal to 0. And third one is what? I will write that third one here. So that is third one. Del cross E is equal to minus dou B bar by dou T. And fourth one is nothing but what? Fourth one is nothing but del cross H is equal to J plus dou D by R, else I will write that one entire equation, that is sigma E plus dou D by dou T. Dou D by dou T. So this is about all four Maxwell's equations. First one is derived from Gauss law for electricity. What is the statement? Total electric flux through a closed surface equal to charge enclosed by the volume. Represent flux in terms of flux density, charge in terms of charge density. Simplify this one, you will get del dot D equal to rho V. And next, this one is derived from Gauss law for magnetism. So Gauss law for magnetism states that what? Total magnetic flux through a closed surface equal to 0. Because of non-existence of magnetic monopole, total magnetic flux is 0 through a closed surface. And if you simplify this one, means write this flux in terms of flux density like this, and simplify by applying divergence theorem, we will get del dot B bar equal to 0. And coming to third one, that is Faraday's law. What is Faraday's law? Voltage, induced voltage or induced EMF in a closed circuit, that's why closed line integral. Induced voltage or induced EMF in a closed circuit is equal to, this minus sign indicates what? Decrement of rate of change of magnetic flux linkage. Here I directly considered what? Magnetic flux instead of magnetic flux linkage. Magnetic flux linkage is what? Lambda is equal to n pi. If I take n equal to 1, I will get lambda as what? That means magnetic flux linkage equal to magnetic flux. So that's why directly I consider, instead of lambda I consider pi for the simplicity. So write this V in terms of E. We know the relation, that is V equal to what? Integral E dot dl. V equal to integral E dot dl. But this one is the what? Voltage in a closed circuit, means I need to consider what? Closed path. Minus d by dt integral B bar dot ds. Apply Stokes theorem to apply for this one. Here I have closed line integral, surface integral. Closed line can define what? Open surface. Apply Stokes theorem to convert closed line integral into surface integral. This closed line integral becomes surface integral, and vector becomes what? Curl of that vector. After simplification, you will get what? Del cross E equal to minus dou V by dou T. And last equation is derived from Ampere's law. What is the statement of Ampere's law? It states that the line integral of magnetic field intensity around closed path, the line integral of magnetic field intensity around closed path is equal to what? Current enclosed by that path. So write this I in terms of the current density. Surface integral of current density equal to what? Current enclosed by that closed path. And after simplification, means here I have closed line integral, here surface. Closed line defines what? Surface. Means what? We need to convert that closed line integral into surface integral by applying what? Stokes theorem. Let us apply Stokes theorem to LHS. Means for this one, this line integral, closed line integral becomes surface integral, and vector becomes what? Curl of that vector. So like this. And here I have what? On left hand side surface integral, on right hand side surface integral. Means what? Integrals are equal, therefore integrand should be equal. Finally we got del cross H equal to what? J bar. We know that there exists conduction current and a displacement current. Conduction current is Jc and displacement current density is what? Jd. Finally we got del cross H as what? Sigma into E plus dou D by dou T. If you have any doubt in this case, please refer the topic inconsistency of Ampere's circuit law. In that we discussed about this modification of Ampere's circuit law. Okay, this is all about today's lecture. We will meet in next lecture. Thank you.